Wow, wow, wow. What an episode, right, you guys? From going into tight unexplored halls and chit chatting with your bestie, this right here is an episode. Season 4 finale was amazing, and we have all the different thoughts and scenes to go through. Let's just dive into the video. Now, let's review all the different comments that people have on this episode. As posted on Reddit, someone says, Smiley coming over to visit Mother Fatima was my favorite moment of the episode. And well, they're referring to the scene where Smiley shows up with Fatima and Marielle. And, he's a bit giddy to see his mother, having missing her or whatnot. But yeah, that scene was something else entirely. Someone says, without the talismans, they'll need to hide in ditches and cellars. Not too many places to hide in Fromville. But that's the whole thing about the talismans. I don't think all of them have been, collected and disposed of by Sophia and Clara, because specifically there was that talisman that that was with Fatima and Marielle in the clinic, and perhaps they will use that exact talisman to cover the remaining residents in this place. Someone says Boyd and Ellis love Fatima so much that they don't care she's a half monster. Yeah, that scene was a bit cringe, to be honest, because what even was Ellis on about? Because this poor woman is now a freaking monster. After she turns into a monster, she hulks out, if you will, in order to save her beloved people. And Ellis is losing his mind on whether I don't know what the point of this he's part of losing his mind. I guess it's just love, but yeah, I'm just reading too much into it. Someone says Victor just gave me everything I needed from him. He was so damn calm when Henry pointed that gun at him, then turned into a straight G. Yeah, that was. I didn't expect Victor to react in such a way, but I'll give him points for that, because imagine your father, someone you are relying on, has suddenly started losing their minds and they're pointing a freaking gun at you. It's crazy. It's this scene. And it's these writers that make the characters go through all different shit, and it's crazy what they put Victor through. Someone says, seriously, Clara is doing things that she doesn't even need to do. I think they're referring to after Elgin gets killed by Sophia, and Sophia commands Clara to get rid of the body and quote unquote bury it. It's crazy. Someone says the acting was actually great. Christy and Ethan especially killed it with their scenes. Yeah, Ethan, upon finding that his mom won't be returning, and Christy upon finding that Marielle is now dead. It's crazy. So someone says normal length runtime for the finale. Whoever said an hour and a half, catch these hands. Like, I don't know what these poor characters would have done in an hour and a half. I much rather prefer what we got. I think it was like 46 minutes or something. That was much. I'd say like the best runtime for the finale. For it to not be too prolonged and not too short. I think it was at a proper runtime. Someone says Man in Yellow and Boy in White are From's Man in Black and Jacob. So they're referring to the characters from the TV series called Lost, and it's these comparisons that pretty much contrast each other, and the Man in Yellow being the Man in Black and the Boy in White being the Jacob character from Lost. And I'll say these two are very much similar. I'll say the Boy in White is kind of less powerful as compared to the Man in Yellow, and his forces and his plans are not that much deep into this sound as compared to Jacob. I really wonder if the Boy in White went full force, what that would have been like, and how it would have contrasted with the Man in Yellow's events that's been going on. Someone says, Victor confronting Henry amazing and protecting little bro Ethan. Someone comments this, Jade amazing character development from season 1. Well, yeah, I kind of agree that Jade went through all these different things that kind of made his character a lot more interesting throughout the seasons. And he is currently, I think, most of the fans' favorite character overall. And someone else says Boyd should have left Patty, she is a waste. So yeah, they're referring to the scene where they're both in a car and everyone is losing their shit and Patty is not helping one bit at all. It's that specific scene that I was shouting at Boyd to just throw Patty through the window because she's being a pissy ass bitch, you know? Someone says that pesky ghost kitchen starts acting up again. Yeah, it's these things that they just tease that will be perhaps addressed in the upcoming season, and it's this scene right here with Ethan and what's her name? Ethan, Julie, and Donna, and they're in that kitchen scene, and it starts going haywire. Now it's a whole thing. Maybe perhaps it's Jim's ghost doing all the bizarre things, and I guess we'll see some answers in the upcoming season. Someone says they're going to have to go back to the tunnels for that last talisman. Yeah, it's either that or that's that talisman that's remaining in the clinic with Fatima and Marielle. I don't remember that talisman being taken, but yeah, if all talismans are now missing, they will have to go into the tunnels for the last remaining talisman. Someone says, man, that episode was way too short. Yeah, it felt so short, to be honest. And while I wouldn't say the episode was like a 10 out of 10, I'll give it like a 7 perhaps for me. And it wasn't the best episode, but yeah, it was nice to see. Someone says, Victor done warned them and they didn't listen. But yeah, it's the whole thing about this story, guys. It's these characters that have to kind of close their eyes and do what needs to be done. As Boyd specifically says, they don't have any cards to play as regarding to the place because they have no idea what rules this place runs on, and it's just bizarre that they have to kind of close their eyes and choose a specific plan to go with and just proceed as things unfold. Someone says the island moved. Yeah, it's crazy show. Crazy show. Someone says you can say whatever you want, but Elgin went out like a G. He stood on principle. Yeah, Elgin going out, I'll say it's like a justifiable thing, to be honest, because after watching the last episode, episode 8, episode 9, I was saying to myself, something better happened to Elgin because he can't be that stupid without some consequences. And yeah, they did deliver, and kudos to Sophia for that. Someone says, Victor said to not pull down the bottle tree. Yeah, Victor did try to warn these stupid ass characters. Someone else says, Smiley is coming in there, calling Fatima mother iconic. Someone else comments this, the man in yellow, Sophia's smug little walk and smirk found my last nerve this episode. They need a high five to the face. It's all some comments about Marielle's death. Okay, I was not expecting that ending. Fatima ate that. I wonder if she'll be a full-on monster next season. But that's my whole thing, you guys. Do you think Fatima will just be going back and forth like she's a special kind of monster? And after finding out that the man in yellow can turn people into monsters, do you think he's the final bad guy, the final boss in this series, as maybe perhaps the townsfolk from the past years, they were the ones who made the bargain with the man in yellow, as they keep repeating on and on about bargains and whatnot? Perhaps he is the final entity. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. Do you think it will be a justifiable ending, like something you guys will be open to, or do you think we need someone bigger to be the final villain? Let me know in the comments. Now let's view some comments as some other fans posted on this story, this video right here about from season 4 ending explained from my favorite YouTube channel that breaks down this series, Think Story. And some comments right here, someone said, I wish I'd found this show when season 5 ended. Well, yeah, I kind of get that because I started watching this series when it was at season 3 and it was airing in season 3. While it wasn't my favorite cup of tea, watching weekly basis, episode by episode. But yeah, this comments is very much justifiable as, the episodes kind of drag a bit. And yeah, I kind of also wish I found it after season 5. But it's not a bad thing, you guys. It's not a bad thing. It's not that bad, to be honest. It's a good series, and I'll say it's like an 8 out of 10 series overall. Someone says the story of this season is moving with the speed of Victor's trees. Yeah, they keep hinting at Victor's, at Victor saying that the trees are moving and whatnot, but we got no answers on that, and I really hope they address that in the upcoming season. Someone says after each episode the storyline moved 0.0001%. Yeah, it's crazy how these writers are expanding the story, and I really wish they kind of gear it up towards finding some answers. Someone says they wasted too much precious time on Patty freaking out. No one came to see her. Yeah, it's Patty getting some strays in this comment, and yeah, it's this part right here, and yeah, she was kind of about to end herself. Someone else says, I guess the talismans Sophia put in the faraway tree at the end are the ones that someone like Boyd finds in the next cycle, same as Boyd did. Like it's a loop. Yeah, but that's my whole thing. Do you guys think that it's the same talismans that Boyd ends up finding? Because as we know, but we these faraway trees aren't known to move things to the past. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, they will transport things, teleport things into other places. I'm not sure if it relates to time, specifically like going to the past. And well, perhaps the writers can reveal it like that, like the talismans go into the past and that's how Boyd ends up finding them. So it's like a loop, the future causing the past, and it's crazy if they reveal it as such. Someone says this season could have been an email. Well, yeah, well, that's true. It's some events that happen here and there that kind of justify this season taking place, specifically Jade going on the mushroom trip and we getting some answers on what the reincarnations are, and that's about it, I'd say. Someone says this would have been a great episode 6 or 7. Yeah, this didn't feel like a season finale. I agree with the comment. Someone else says I feel like season 5 finale last minutes will be them finding the lake of tears. Now imagine that. I don't know if this person knows that season 5 is the final season, but some people have been commenting that these writers will kind of be pushing for more seasons. Fingers crossed that's not the idea, and I really hope that they stick to the 5 seasons that were granted, and season 5 is the final season, because we need these freaking answers so desperately, you guys. We need answers and I'm exhausted. I just want this to end. Someone says this whole season could be one episode. Still, we're not gonna miss anything. Yeah, waited this long for Red Lightning and Bottle Tree. This whole season pissed me off. Every time you watch this show, you feel like you just need one more episode to finally understand. Then after watching that episode, you realize you'll need another one. Yeah, it's the pattern that these writers are currently using to write this series. And it's beyond crazy how they kind of string you along throughout the plot and make you kind of hungry for the upcoming episodes while still not providing answers or relief or what's it called, conclusion on the currently unknown mysteries. It's crazy. Someone says this season was the perfect definition of filler. This show gives little answers, but everyone is still watching and gonna watch season 5 even after all their complaints. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about season 4 of From. Is it your favorite, or is it just there for the case of it being there? And do not forget to like, comment and subscribe to this lovely channel. We are growing the channel and I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited to grow with you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.